Hello everyone, and welcome. The second trimester brings excitement and relief from morning sickness. Your baby is growing rapidly, and you're experiencing the miracle of pregnancy. We'll explore weeks 13 to 27, covering development and common symptoms. Always consult your healthcare provider for any questions. Let's get started. Congratulations! You've reached the 13th week, marking the end of your first trimester. Your baby is now the size of a peach, about 3 inches long. Though small, your baby is developing rapidly. Their organs are maturing, and bones are getting stronger. You might hear your baby's heartbeat using a Doppler device. It's a magical sound, creating a deep bond. You're likely feeling more energetic as your body adjusts. Nausea and fatigue often subside, and your appetite may increase. Your uterus is expanding, and you may notice a subtle rounding of your abdomen. This is just the beginning of an incredible journey. Stay tuned for the exciting developments in week 14. At week 14, your baby is the size of a lemon, measuring about 3.5 inches long. Their tiny features are becoming more defined. Inside, their liver is producing red blood cells. You might notice your waistline beginning to disappear. Next week, we'll talk about the development of your baby's senses. Stay tuned. At week 15, your little one is now the size of a navel orange. One of the most remarkable developments this week is the emergence of your baby's senses. Their ears are developing and they may perceive sounds from the outside world. You're probably starting to feel more comfortable in your pregnancy now. Next week, we'll talk about feeling your baby move for the first time. Week 16 marks an exciting milestone for many expectant mothers. The first fetal movements, known as quickening. Your baby, now the size of an avocado, is developing muscles and becoming more active. These early movements can feel like gentle flutters or bubbles, often mistaken for gas. Hang in there, you're almost halfway through your pregnancy. At 17 weeks, your baby is about the size of a turnip, measuring around 5 inches long and weighing almost 5 ounces. They're starting to plump up as they gain more fat under their skin. This fat helps regulate their body temperature and gives them a more rounded appearance. Their heart is pumping about 25 quarts of blood each day. You might experience some back pain due to the extra weight. Gentle exercises like prenatal yoga or swimming can help alleviate back pain. At week 18, your baby is the size of a bell pepper, measuring about 5.5 inches long. Their senses are becoming more refined, and they may recognize your voice. They can also pick up scents from the foods you eat through the amniotic fluid. Your doctor may recommend an ultrasound scan to see your baby's tiny features. It's an emotional moment for many parents. We'll be right back to continue our journey through the second trimester. Congratulations! You've reached the 19th week, marking the halfway point of your pregnancy. Your baby is now the size of a mango. Their skin is coated with vernix caseosa, a protective barrier. This helps prevent their skin from becoming dry. You might experience some skin changes. Some women develop a dark line called the linea nigra. Others notice increased pigmentation on their face. These changes usually fade after delivery. We're almost to week 20. Don't go anywhere. At week 20, your baby is the size of a banana, measuring about 6.5 inches long and weighing close to 10 ounces. Their brain development is progressing rapidly, with billions of neurons forming connections. They are also starting to develop their own sleep-wake cycles, alternating between periods of activity and rest. You may notice that your baby is more active at certain times. As your uterus expands to accommodate your growing baby, you might feel some round ligament pain. These ligaments, which support your uterus, can stretch and cause sharp stabbing pains. Rest and gentle stretching can often alleviate the discomfort. We're officially more than halfway there. At 21 weeks, your baby is about the size of a carrot, and their swallowing reflex is developing. They start swallowing amniotic fluid, aiding digestive system development. You may feel shortness of breath as your uterus grows. Maintain good posture and avoid lying flat. Stay tuned for next week's fun topics. At 22 weeks, your baby is about the size of a spaghetti squash, measuring around 11 inches long and weighing close to a pound. Their lungs are developing and starting to produce surfactant. You might experience Braxton Hicks contractions, your body's way of preparing for labor. If you feel pain or regular contractions, contact your healthcare provider and start thinking about names. At week 23, your baby is about the size of a large grapefruit, measuring about 11.4 inches long and weighing a little over a pound. They can feel your touch as you rub your belly and may respond to loud noises or bright lights. Their eyes are developed, but their irises still lack pigment. We're getting closer to the third trimester. At 24 weeks, your baby reaches a significant milestone viability. This means that if born prematurely, they could survive with specialized care. Your baby is now about the size of an ear of corn, developing rapidly. Their skin is still thin but starting to fill out. You might notice swelling in your ankles and feet. This is due to fluid retention and increased pressure on your veins. Elevate your feet, wear comfortable shoes, and stay hydrated. We're almost to week 25. Stay tuned. At 25 weeks, your baby is about the size of a rutabaga, measuring around 13.5 inches long and weighing about 1.5 pounds. Their hearing is becoming more acute, and they may be startled by loud noises. They are also starting to develop their own unique sleep-wake cycles. Don't be surprised if you feel like you're on a completely different schedule than your little one. At week 26, your baby is about the size of a head of lettuce, measuring around 14 inches long and weighing about 1 3/4 pounds. Their eyes are starting to open, and they can now blink. They may even perceive light and shadow. Their respiratory system is maturing, and they are practicing breathing movements, even though they are still breathing amniotic fluid instead of air. Congratulations, you've reached the third trimester. Your baby is now the size of a cauliflower. Their brain is rapidly developing. They may suck their thumb, yawn, and hiccup. You may feel rhythmic movements. Expect some discomfort like backaches. Consult your healthcare provider if needed. Next week we'll explore the third trimester. Thank you for joining us on this journey through the second trimester. As you enter the third trimester, you'll experience more changes. Stay tuned for our next series on labor, delivery, and postpartum. Until then, take care of yourself and your little one.